Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Hsu, president of the College of Charleston. I want to welcome everyone to the official announcement of our new men's basketball coach. As all of you know, basketball is an integral part of our brand and identity at the College of Charleston. And I'm so proud of our school's program and the caliber of talent that it attracts. I'm grateful to our fan base and supporters for creating an electric atmosphere and establishing a winning culture where coaches and student athletes can succeed. Thank you for all of your support, and thank you for coming here to help us celebrate today. To make the formal announcement, let me turn the podium over to Matt Roberts, our Director of Athletics.
All right, good afternoon. What a crowd. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, President Hsu. Thank you for your leadership and support throughout this search process. I want to thank Renee Romberger, Chair of our Board of Trustees, and all of our board members for their continued support and their belief in me to bring our university our next men's basketball coach. I also would like to thank Drew Turner of Collegiate Sports Associates, who helped navigate this search, along with our advisory committee, Sean Holland, Paul Patrick, Lance Snyder, Kyle Denzel, Robin Harmony, and former great Joe Cheeley. Your time, participation, and guidance and counsel is most appreciated. Thank you to our alumni, donors, fans. From record-breaking donations to 24 consecutive sellouts in TD Arena, we would not be the program we are today without you. I want to thank Pat Kelsey and his staff. 3 years ago, Pat stood at this very spot and promised to deliver a program that our city would be proud of. And boy, did he deliver. I want to thank our men's basketball student athletes, some of which are over here today. "58 wins, a record-breaking 58 wins in 2 years, back-to-back CAA champions, and 2 NCAA tournaments appearances in consecutive years for the first time since the late 90s when the great John Kress was at the helm. Look, I'm up here representing our amazing staff. I have a great team to work with every day. Thank you for holding down the fort and preparing our university to capitalize on this moment. Ashley, Terry, Kyle, Kate Tiller, Kate Brown, Jerry, Lizzie, Richard, Lynn, and a host of others. Thank you for putting up with me and for setting us up for success. And finally, I want to thank my wife, Amanda, and my 2 boys, Carter and Tucker. Thanks for your patience and support in this crazy profession that I've chosen. Three weeks ago today, we were cutting down nets in Washington, D.C. 2 weeks ago, we were on a plane to Spokane to play in the NCAA tournament. And now we're here celebrating a new era of Charleston basketball. To say it's been a hectic 3 weeks is an understatement. The search process once again reaffirmed the amazing national reputation our men's basketball program has. Over 5 decades, College of Charleston men's basketball has won and won big. From Kress to Crimmins and Grant to Kelsey and all the amazing student athletes in between, Charleston is a winner. When looking for the next leader of our program, it was very important that we protect the momentum of our past and continue our ascent among the national elite programs. We wanted someone who coveted being a coach at the college and a valued member of our tremendous community. We wanted a coach that is respected nationally by his peers and players and has coached at the highest level. Chris Mack not only meets those expectations, but exceeds them. Today is a new beginning, a new era for our men's basketball program. And as the great 1990s R&B artist Mark Morrison sings, so I'm back up in the game, running things to keep my swing, letting all the people know that I'm back to run the show. Cougar Nation, it is my distinct pleasure to officially announce the return of the MAC, your new men's basketball head coach, Chris Mack.
Go Cougars! You think my new AD would have given me a tip to have my notes binded in a folder when the wind is flying around here, but I'll figure it out, man. I am excited to be your head coach. I'm excited to be a Cougar. Before I start, obviously I want to thank a few people that have made this possible for me here today. President Shue, his chief of staff, Paul Patrick, I want to thank you specifically for your belief in me. We met on Friday, and from minute one, I felt a comfort level that I needed to feel in order to get back into coaching, get back at a place as special as this. I want to thank Athletic Director Matt Roberts, who just had a wonderful introduction, stole some of my speech here, the return of the MAC. Cross that out. You guys have a superstar, and you know it, in Matt Roberts, one of the best athletic directors in the country, and I mean that. His deputy AD, Kyle Denzel, who's been fabulous since I met him on Friday. The Board of Trustees, in particular, Renee Romberger, who I got to spend some time with on Friday as well, and Sean Holland, a member of the board, and all the board members that I met about a half hour ago at President Shue's office or home. Their excitement for me was felt from the very first phone call that I received from Matt last Thursday. My agent, Evan Daniels, is here. I appreciate it. He said, Athletic Director Matt Roberts at Charleston wants to talk to you on Thursday morning. So I was driving my pickup truck back from the gas station, my daily Planet Fitness routine. I pulled in the driveway. My wife started to come out. I waved her off, stayed on the phone, and he fired me up. He fired me up about all the things that Charleston basketball has been and all of the things that it's going to be. I've had several family members and several people that are close to me that have either visited this part of the country or live in this part of the country. And Charleston is as hot of a city as there is in America, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I want to recognize my family for the sacrifice they're willing to make while I'm consumed with the College of Charleston. I've been in the home for 2.5 years. I think my wife's pushed me out the door, so I was coaching whether I wanted to or not. But if she could stand up, it's my wife, Christy, Hall of Fame basketball player at the University of Dayton. She gets it. She gets it. She played basketball. She coached collegiately, so she gets it, the sacrifice that she's willing to make here going forward. My 3 kids, Lainey, my oldest, Haley, my middle, and then my little guy right there, Braden Mack, 9-year-old. So he's excited to be a Cougar. My mom, who couldn't be here today, but I'm sure somehow she's trying to ask her neighbor, how do I get this link again? How do I get it up and running? Hopefully it's streaming back home. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, Danny and Debbie Hester, thanks for making the 8.5-hour drive to be here today. I'm humbled and honored to be your coach. As I told the team yesterday, in my 27 years as either a player, assistant coach, or head coach, out of those 27 years, I've been to the NCAA tournament 20 times. And I heard Chris Holtman say this. Should be 21. We were going to be a 3 seed when they canceled the NCAA tournament over COVID. So I'd like to think it's 21 to 27, but there's an asterisk in the record books. And I only say those accomplishments because I shared it with so many people. So many great people who allowed me to be here today, whether they played for me, whether they coached with me, whether they supported the program. They helped make that happen. To be joining a long line and long list of incredible coaches, from Coach Kress, who I talked to 2 nights ago, and I appreciate the time on the phone, Coach, all the way to a guy I knew when he was a 6th grader, Pat Kelsey. I am very aware that the college is used to winning. I would not have been here had that not been the case. In 1993, I returned from Slovenia. I had played professionally for about 6 months when my knee decided it's no longer playing basketball. I came home. My sister was a senior in high school, and the varsity head coach of her high school said, "I heard Chris is back in town. I just lost my JV coach. I would love to have him be my JV coach." So my sister came home. We're in the living room. She says, Mike Gleason, I'm going to give a shout out to Coach Mike. He got me into coaching. Called me and said, "We would love to have you be the JV coach." And I looked at my sister and I said, "There's no way in hell I'm coaching girls JV basketball." My dad said, "You don't have a job." "Yes, you are." So my first year coaching JV girls basketball at Macaulay High School, our team went 20-3. We had 5 freshmen on the JV. I thought I became John Wooden or Coach Kress. That next year at the same high school, they moved up 5 freshmen that became sophomores up to the varsity. Coach said, "You're going to have a little younger team. I'm taking your sophomores." I said, "No problem. I can coach." My team went 4-16. It was at that point in time that I realized that every really good coach is a good coach because they have great players, high character people, guys that'll run it through a wall for you. Those players that have allowed me to have the type of coaching success that you see on a resume have all, and I told our team this last night, have 3 things in common. Number 1, they're hungry to learn. They don't have all the answers. They are hungry to learn. Number 2, they are coachable in every possible moment. I told our guys last night, it's easy to be coached when you're cutting down the nets, when you're playing 30 minutes, when you get to guard the worst player on the other team. It's hard to take coaching when those things are the polar opposite. But the great players that I've coached, and there's been a lot of them, they're coachable in every moment. And number 3, they want to improve. They're driven to improve. And so that's why I'm here. I mean, what a place. Look around, what a place. I couldn't be more ecstatic to be back into coaching. I really enjoyed my time away. My wife and I were able to reconnect. I became a volleyball dad, chasing club volleyball tournaments in my daughter's freshman year at Flagler, going to those road trips. My middle daughter's going to Vanderbilt next year, so I'm going to really miss out on a lot of parents' weekends, unfortunately, in both Nashville and St. Augustine. But you know what? Charleston, South Carolina is not a bad place to be either. I kept getting the question, "Coach, why Charleston? Why Charleston?" Charleston's right for me, and it's right for my family, and we're going to do right by you. We are and have been working our tails off. Over the next few days, you'll start to get introduced to my coaching staff, and we are going to work extremely hard to make you proud of the College of Charleston and the basketball program you have, because I know you already are. fans, alums, everybody here today, thank you. Go Cougars. Appreciate it. Yep. All right. I'll close this out. Yep. Can we get a photo? All right. Here you go, Chris. All right, thank you everybody for attending today on this momentous occasion. For the media members that are available and would like to have some Q&A time, we'll be in the Randolph Hall boardroom. All right, everybody, have a great week. Go Cougs.